I'm driving my 2018 JL Sport that I've made better than a Rubicon.
Driving today?
I am driving a 2013 JK with a 4-inch lift and 35-inch tires, and see what she can do out here today.
Awesome.
All right, straighten up. You're sliding, dude. I don't want you to slide off.
Well, it's not really going to be. He's going to fall on the tire. Try turning that way.
Come, driver, a little bit. Come, driver. All right, come on. All right, come on. You in 4 low?
Do you have a front locker? Yeah, I would lock it.
Are you in low?
Yep.
All right. That's all right. Come on. Come on. All right, come on. You got that.
You're not in 4-wheel drive. It's not? Yeah. Front tires off. Neither of them move. See what I'm smoking back here?
It was his tire. Yeah.
You're still not in 4-wheel.
It just did some work to it. I'm sure you did.
I love the orange. Look at that JCR right there. Watch this tree.
It looks like your front tires are pulling you.
There we go.
So it's just the one.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
Yep.
There you go.
Follow it down.
Are you in 4-wheel low?
Come on, fat girl. There you go. All right. Yep, that should be a good line. Yep.
Check 4-wheel drive.
There you go.
All right, come on. There you go. Do it again.
Bouncy, bouncy.
Come on. Come on, come on. Bump it. You're good, sweetheart.
Hold it right there, Trent. We got Jeff going safety third.
Keep going, keep going.
Alright, Sammy, hold up. Go up about 2 foot. Go up about 2 foot. Go up about 2 foot. Alright, stop. Trent, you ready? Alright, Tammy, go. That's easy. Keep going. Alright. Tammy, on the side, back up. You bump it, sweetie, but Star got it. Alright, come on. I got this side. Straight up, straight. Straight, straight, straight. There you go. I want you to hug this tree.
You're good, Jeff. You're good. Once you come past you now.
You're good.
Don't forget to have her hug that side, Jeff.
Yep, I will. Tammy, hug that tree. All right, come to me. Here, go. This way. Straighten it out and go. Go drive her a little bit. There you go, hon. Got to this tree as hard as you can. Watch his back. Is he clear back there?
Yeah, he's clear on the back.
All right, keep going. All right, now come to me. Once you get beyond that, hug this over here. Is he? All right, go back about a foot and bump it. Come on. There you go. There you go. This way to me a little bit. All right.
Oh.
Tire garden. He's going too fast.
That's pretty good flex. That's pretty good. You're up in your fender.
I am. Stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you're tired of fender. Got a little muddy too.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Good game.
Let me get your photo.
Your souvenir pass.
Put it on the other side. You
Yeah.
saw your orange pass.
I'll stay out of the way. Don't worry about me.
Go driver a little. Just a driver. Other way. Yeah.
What's got him?
Yeah, I think you're maxed out on all fenders.
All right, come on. Go this way just a little bit. All right. Just gonna bring you up a little bit, get you a little flex picture, Tammy. Come on. Try it again. You don't have lockers, do you?
Hey Jeff, bring her up this way.
What's that?
Bring her up this way.
Slow down. Slow down and run there. Don't gun it when I'm in front of you like that. All right, come on. That's good. That's all right. Stop. Yeah, going back up. We're good.
What's your name?
I'm Jake.
Jake.
Yep.
I appreciate you coming out here, Jake. And how do you pronounce this officially?
Hail. So this is Hail's Fury. I've been playing on word games with my name ever since I was little because, well, nobody can say it just by reading it.
Okay. So Jake with Hail's Fury. Any other background besides a play on word on Hail?
No, just the last name.
Okay. Well, Jake, it's been awesome watching your rig kind of go through. And one of the things that I was talking to you about off camera is that when you see a rig like yours, you're like, man, this thing is really capable, right? It looks like you've put a lot of modifications and time and energy and effort into this, but it looks like you hit some limitations early on when you came out here to the proving grounds. Talk me through that.
Absolutely. No, coming right into Mount Flexmore, you know, I wanted to start off just, hey, let's see what two-wheel will do, because something that I recently did, I wanted to test on two-wheel and then go into four-wheel because I have not been able to work with my four-wheel drive and my new lockers since I got them. So yeah, that was the limitation. I couldn't get into four-wheel low. I'm running an electrical error right now that's preventing it from staying in four-wheel low.
Okay.
So my lockers obviously won't engage.
Okay.
And that's really what hit me. But I'm glad I got to discover it while I've been out here.
For sure. Let's take a deeper dive into that. What locker system did you choose? Did you do the work on your own? You know, talk me through that.
Okay. So I chose to replace my stock Sport Dana 33 with a Dana 44. And at the same time I ran 488s
Okay, awesome.
and Eaton lockers. So electrical.
Yeah.
I ended up going to electrical. My original choice was going to be ARB. I have onboard air for it and everything, but they just didn't make it yet for the JLs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Hopefully somebody will do that soon. Outside of the lockers, what else have you done to your Jeep, you know, overall?
So the first thing that I did when I got my Jeep, because I'd never had a Jeep, never been around people with Jeeps, and it was just really a spur of the moment decision. Just had a dealership with my buddy, test drove it, and I brought it home that day. So I promised myself, hey, I'm not going to make a bunch of mods. I'm not going to do what all those crazy people do, you know. But it took maybe 2 months. I was like, I need a new front bumper. I chose to do a front bumper for the first thing, and if you look at what I've got, it's, you know, nothing special at all. But
it's functional.
Yeah, it's functional. It's functional. It's got the winch, right? But shortly after that, I knew that I wanted to get a good suspension, and my friend, who's very experienced, coached me a little bit. He told me, hey, if you're going to get a suspension, please, please, please actually look and do your research. I went with the Rock Crawler, X Factor 3.5-inch mid-arm kit.
Okay.
It served me very well. I absolutely love it. It's got a lot of really good travel. This is the first time I've got to wheel with the larger 37 tires, so I didn't know how soon I'd get stuffed, but I did get stuffed today.
For sure. And then are these functional bead locks?
They are not currently functional bead locks. I'm running the cosmetic bead lock rings right now because it is my everyday driver.
For sure.
So my plan is to replace that with those rings for the functional bead lock.
And where's your Jeep registered? Which state?
It's registered in Ohio.
Okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think the bead locks, like functional bead locks, I don't think they're road legal in Virginia.
Correct.
So you'd have some trouble with the state inspection. So as long as you can hold that Ohio, I would.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Outside the obvious mods on your Jeep, Jake, is there anything under the hood or maybe under the chassis that we should know about?
The only real thing other than small, like, radio systems and things of that nature is going to be the onboard air compressor that I mentioned, and then I replaced my stock air intake with an engine, cold air. I have a high-tuck axle back exhaust coming to match with that engine.
Nice.
It's just been delayed for about 7 months now. So.
Thank you, COVID.
Yeah, thank you.
For sure. When you decided that you were going to bring this Jeep home, and you were talking about it as a spur of the moment decision, and then you started making modifications to the Jeep, were you just going for a look, or were you actually buying into the lifestyle?
When I first started, I went with the look, right? And that's why I bought the bumper. But as soon as I took it out wheeling out west, I was in California at the time. I was out of Anza Borrego, and all my buddies had super capable Jeeps, and right then I turned on the dime and I decided, all right, we need capability. But as you can see, it's a little bit flashy too. So the small purchases like, paint and everything matching,
Sure.
That was just kind of came along, but I had a planned out step goal of how I was going to achieve the performance that I wanted. And I'm pretty dang close to where my original goals were.
Okay.
But just like every Jeeper, there's always one more thing you want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk me through the next phase. What does that look like for Hale's Fury?
Okay. So first and foremost, I need to get the programming figured out so I can engage my four-wheel drive or four low and lockers. But as soon as that's done, I'm going to replace the front with a smaller bumper that's a stubby that's not going to impede my wheels. I'm thinking about regearing my transfer case, get my crawl ratio a little bit better. But I think that everything after that's just going to be a discovery kind of thing, and convenience and funds and all of those.
Pushing it to the limits and seeing where they are, and fixing things as they break.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good deal. Talk to me about the proving grounds. Give me your first impressions and maybe your favorite obstacle.
Okay. No, I'm very excited about my opportunity to have come out here. Proving grounds, I think, is a great title because what I used it for was to prove whether or not my modifications work, as well as get outside. There's not a lot going on out here, which is made me very sad when I moved here, and I thought I was going to be able to wheel, and I just couldn't. This is the first time I've been able to wheel since I got out here, and I think your obstacles are great, for learners, for those experienced guys with more built rigs to be able to kind of get the extra credit, if you will. And I would say that I was torn. I thought my favorite obstacle was going to be the Big Daddy.
Yeah.
But really my favorite was Mount Flexmore because it got to show me where my failures currently are. And I think that it has a lot of different potential as far as how you can utilize it, different angles. I only went up the one angle really, but I think that it's a really good thing. You can teach a new driver how to bump up, how to use your crawl ratio if it's lower. I really like what you guys have done out here.
Thank you. Yeah, and it looks a lot more technical in person, or is a lot more technical in person than it looks on camera. And again, those rubber tire, it really is very forgiving on your whole rig.
Yeah.
So it's really nice, again, seeing people come in and then be able to wheel out without anything broken. And I'm drawing a blank, Jake. So, okay, I wanted to ask you, tell me about your journey getting to this point.
Okay.
Like, how did you get to the point where you're here wheeling on the proving grounds?
All right, so really my Jeep wheeling experience started out in Cali when I was bone stock, but again, I told you I had a very experienced friend. He was rocking an LJ. It was a 2005 LJ. He had done a lot of work on, and we would go out to some pretty tricky places, and he really taught me, hey, how to mount obstacles, how to, speed and gas brake things, and that's where I got my learning experience with his rig.
Okay.
So that is what really took me on the adventure of, okay, now mine needs to be capable so I can do my own. So I did some wheeling of my own out there, rock gardens and things that I was able to achieve at that point. I wasn't nearly this built then. And then as I moved across the country, at home in Ohio, I would wheel. I lived in West Virginia for about 3 years, and out there it's mostly just mud and, nothing really technical, but it was a lot of fun just to be driving home one day and decide, hey, there's a power line or a gas line. I'm going to go rip up that because that's public land, and we had a blast. We'd find mud holes, and so a lot of my experience ended up being in mud, which is unfortunate because of everything that mud does to a rig, but then getting here.
I appreciate you sharing your experience and what's gotten your wisdom and off-roading up to this point and your capabilities, how they've increased, and how another Jeeper kind of grabbed your hand and said, hey, use my rig, this is how you do it. That's pretty awesome. That's really what the community is about, whether it be Jeepers or any other SUVs, and we're glad to see that type of camaraderie exist out in this environment as well. But mostly also getting here to be able to wheel on the where-to-wheel proving grounds. How did you get invited out? What did that process look like for you?
I got you. Okay, so I am a part of the Hampton Roads Jeep Club, and they had posted something, or maybe it was in suggested other. I'm not really sure how I found you guys, but I found the Where to Wheel Club, maybe through one of your advertisements, and I was like, man, that has got, your guys' mission to create a real park out here. That is absolutely something I'm behind. I knew right away I wanted to support you guys, and I signed up for an event. I thought, I didn't really track on how quickly I needed to hit the I'm going, and but for this one here, I had the pleasure of seeing that it was August 6th and that it's my birthday today. So this is absolutely what I wanted to do on my birthday. So. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I found you guys. I really appreciate your mission, and I hope that I can see it come to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for that. And again, thanks for sharing your birthday with us. Any advice for future JL drivers or any other drivers coming out to the proving grounds?
Yeah, JL drivers, it's the newest rig to the game as far as Jeeps are concerned. Just have fun, man. And remember that gas breaks things, so try to stay slow and controlled. Understand that brakes are fine, JL drivers, just listen to some of these guys who have more built rigs and have fun.
Like it. Thanks again, Jake, for your birthday, sharing it with us, man, talking about your rig, wheeling out here, sharing some of your wisdom with other guys. I just want to remind everybody at home that, and if you want to get invited out as well, you need to head over to w2wparks.com, make any kind of transaction on that, and then join us on Facebook for the event calendar, and make sure you sign up for when you're available after going to w2wparks.com. Jake, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you back next time, man.
Absolutely. Thanks.
You can't turn the radio up here.
Woo!
Watch out for that tree.
Got smoke. Great shot of those DV8s. Got some nice flex over here. There we go.
You really don't have to give any gas in one load. So try it. Don't give any gas. No, don't give any gas. No gas. Let it do itself. Let it do it. All right, give it a little gas.
There you go. Nicely done. Gonna have to bump it a little more than that. Trent here is stuck in two-wheel drive. There we go. Rolled right up on it. Nice, well done. Again, two-wheel drive 4Runner going over. Gonna have to bump it. There we go.